Why have we stopped thinking for ourselves? Let me ask you a question again. When was the last time you changed your opinion because you learned something new? Not because someone important said it. Not because it was trending. Not because it was popular. But because you genuinely understood something better. Stay with me because by the end of this video, I think you will understand why many societies remain frustrated with their living conditions, whilst quietly abandoning the very thing that could improve them. And the answer might be closer to home than we think. You see, I've noticed something interesting. People complain about the economy. They complain about unemployment. They complain about poor services. They complain about leadership. They complain about opportunities. But the moment a serious conversation begins about ideas, knowledge, or understanding, many people lose interest. And I always found that fascinating. Because how can we expect better decisions when we are becoming less interested in understanding the issues behind those decisions? You know what I hear all the time? These people are geniuses. These people are educated. These people are smart. They know better than us. And most of the time, people are referring to politicians, leaders, experts, or public figures. Now, don't misunderstand me. Expertise matters. Experience matters. Leadership matters. But there is something dangerous about believing that wisdom belongs exclusively to other people. Because the moment you believe that, you stop participating, you stop questioning, you stop learning, you stop contributing, and eventually you surrender your ability to think. You see, voting someone into office does not automatically make them the wisest person in society. Electing a leader does not mean you have elected perfection. Holding position does not mean possessing all the answers. In fact, our elders have always understood something many of us are forgetting. Wisdom does not live in one man's head. Think about that. Entire communities solve problems because different people contribute different perspectives. One person sees what another misses. One person's experience complements another person's knowledge. One person's question exposes another person's blind spot. That is how wisdom grows. Not through one voice, but through many voices thinking together. I have noticed something else. Many people are eager to be entertained, but fewer people are eager to be enlightened. We will spend hours consuming content, but struggle to spend 30 minutes understanding the issues that directly affect our lives. We know every training story, but not the policies shaping our future. We know who is arguing online, but not who is making decisions on our behalf. And then we wonder why things remain the same. You see, democracy is an interesting thing. It does not only require leaders, it requires informed citizens, because an uninformed citizen often creates the very conditions they later complain about. And that's uncomfortable to hear. But uncomfortable truths are often the most useful ones. The future of a society is not determined only by the quality of its leaders. It is also determined by the quality of its thinkers, its question askers, its learners, its participants, its citizens. Because a population that stops thinking eventually becomes dependent on those who do. And dependence is a dangerous place to build a future. Now let's return to the question I asked at the beginning. When was the last time you changed your opinion because you learned something new? Because maybe our biggest challenge is not that we lack intelligent people. Maybe it's that too many of us have outsourced our thinking to them. And here's the question I want to leave you with. If wisdom truly does not live in one person's head, then why are so many people waiting for others to think on their behalf? Think carefully before you answer. Because the future of any society depends not only on who leads, but on how many people are willing to understand where they are being led. Share this with someone who values knowledge, because a society becomes stronger when its people stop asking only for better leaders and start becoming better thinkers.